You may have noticed that the title does not say Billboard 2020 year-end ranked. That is because I am not ranking the Billboard year-end. Instead, I'm converting my best list criteria into a formula to calculate points for each song based on those rules, and I use those points to build a 100-song year-end of my own, with a few additional clauses, like removing all the 2019 year-end repeats below the top 40, as well as excluding Christmas songs because they don't count, don't at me. And I'm also using a 10-point scale instead of the usual 5-point one because, well, 1, a 5-point scale is actually super limiting and I'm kind of sick of it, and 2, 1000 is a much nicer number to score out of than 500. Don't put too much stock into the scores or rankings though. As I've always said, I don't consider myself much of a critic, thus every score and position on this ranking is just based on personal enjoyment, nothing else. Odds are by the time this video goes up, I'll have already changed my mind on half the songs towards the middle of the list anyways, that's just how it is. And don't expect long or detailed explanations here, this is more of a gag reel than anything else. I've already gone on way too long about my favorites this year in my best list proper, which you should definitely check out, preferably before watching this ranking. This won't fully spoil my best list, since there's a number of songs on it that made neither my own personal year-end nor the official Billboard one, but I mean, there will be some spoilers naturally. Alright, got all that? Good. Real quick, just to satisfy anyone who cares too much about Billboard's year-end, here's my rating for every song on it that's not on my own personal list. Currently running away with the title of Worst Hit Song of the Decade. Ew. Aw, this is adorable. Yeah, kid, you're so dangerous. How precious. It sucks that Pop Smoke's only true hit is the one that I by far enjoy the least. The industry keeps trying to make H.E.R. a thing, and if this song is any indication, she shouldn't be. It's like she decided to make a cross between Billie Eilish and Dua Lipa, but like sarcastically. I'm too goddamn old for this. For the most part, completely average, but it runs out of momentum towards the end. I just don't really care for this type of Billie Eilish song. This definitely is one of the songs of all time. It's possible that I might be a bit of a Scrooge. I hope 2021 brings us more Lizzo because she's so damn fun to have around. I like this significantly more than Old Town Road for what it's worth. Third worst hit song of 2019. This one made me unsure about using my own year-end, but I've already gone on about it plenty on my best list anyways. And if you're wondering, the sum of all those songs is only 1 point higher than the sum of all the songs I replaced them with, though that's mainly because of... I mean, pretty decent candy, but I can't exactly rate it as a song. I'm trying to review music here. Who do you think I am, the double agent?
This that hot girl bummer anthem, turn it up and throw attention.
I might be lame, but at least I'm not as lame and pathetic as this loser.
Go ahead and drive me insane.
Considering rich politicians have spent the last month deciding whether or not to give out a mere $600 stimulus check, yeah, I think I was too nice to this the first time.
Just a Bud Light, but ain't it funny what one beer can turn into?
When you're kissing in the back of a truck, there's a Bud Light there. Warning, may lead to potentially non-consensual intercourse and an unwanted teenage pregnancy that leads to being trapped in a loveless marriage for the sake of a child. Anheuser-Busch is not liable for any criminal charges or unreasonable living and education expenses. Please drink responsibly. I called the devil and he told me, yes, this is in fact the music that plays in hell.
Yeah, we pay.
Yeah, I don't get it. So I did the unthinkable. I finally actually listened to Yummy in full.
Yeah, you got that yummy, that yummy.
It's pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. I've basically heard the entire thing in bits and pieces at this point anyways. You know, at this point, Derulo might as well just use Vuvuzela as his next single.
But I still want that.
Hey, how about we get some music on here, huh? There is music on? That's great. I love music. This is good. Is this animals? Instruments? That's great.
I needed some shit with some bop in it.
Honestly, I hate having two of the baby's songs this low because I genuinely like the guy a lot as both a personality and a performer, but I don't like the song, so...
If I'm wrong, then stop me.
Put yourselves in the shoes of the girl Lee Brice is singing to, and you'll understand why this is awful. Leave me alone, man. Gross.
1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot. Back with the remix. These boys all my sons like Phoenix.
2 challengers eliminated. 2 remain.
Shit don't even usually get this big without a Bieber face.
Drake, one Bieber is bad enough. We don't need you role-playing as
Another one.
I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone.
Hey, dude, you don't need to keep repeating you don't want to be a one-man band. I can see your other band members. They're right there, you know.
If I'm gonna be famous, girl, I wanna be famous with you.
Oh, screw right off. For real though, I prefer the baby we do have if this is what he'd sound like without even an ounce of charisma.
Diamonds dancing on your neck, nigga, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Dr. Luke, go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Haven't given up, I'm just on your radio.
Can we all agree that if your song can be interpreted as, you know, stalkery, it might be time to rewrite your song.
All of the kings had their queens on the throne.
Every time I hear this song, I like it less. At this rate, it's going to go on my worst list next year.
10,000 hours and 10,000 more.
I'd like to congratulate Dan Pleshay on becoming the 2nd and 3rd members of Justin Bieber.
We went from rags to riches. Project fences to living luxury.
This sounds as unfinished as Cyberpunk 2077. Listen to Hard on Ice instead. Play No Straight Roads instead.
Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what?
Life is meh, good is bad. I've opted to place this song based only on the latter since they're 2 completely separate songs and I'm feeling petty.
'Cause I just wanna be cool again, cool again, cool again.
What? I'm awake, I'm awake!
Brand new car is noisy, come through and it's roaring.
Whoa, more like no. Ha! Got him!
Put the perks down and picked up the jiggers.
No, I'm not touching this one.
Extremo, extremo, extremo.
Ritmo.
You know, I'm not about to get offended on behalf of the Latino community. That will.i.am is basically just wearing the skin of a Bad Bunny in a desperate bid for relevance. But like, the song still sucks either way, so.
Yeah, my diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove.
I respect what he attempted to do here, but Emotionally Scarred does everything this one does, but better. Spoilers, by the way. I don't. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask?
The way you lonely, 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 lonely. Feel so yummy, 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 yummy.
On God, this is gonna make so many worse lists next year, isn't it?
Black leather glove, no sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit.
Should have called it the 2C Chase, because you sure were chasing that TikTok meme, my dude. You know, I was originally going to put this at number 74, but I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy.
If you put this song on your worst list, you're just exposing yourself as Clownkin, by the way.
Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet ass pussy. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet ass pussy. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's some wet ass pussy. Macaroni in a pot. That's some wet ass pussy. Huh.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody.
This is basically just an Oompa Loompa song filtered through autotune.
Way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try, so whatever. She wanna fuck with the
This song is just bizarre, weird, confusing, strange, uncanny. Yeah, uncanny, that's the word I'm looking for. Is it just me, or does this bass sound like the Sega Genesis sound font? Now that we've got Nightcore on the charts, it's only a matter of time before we get Vocaloid hits too. Hatsune Miku did that! She did that! We stan!
Every time I fuck without a rubber, I nut it on the covers.
This song gets better the less you understand the English language.
And shorty got the fatty.
This is one of the funniest moments of the entire year.
When I got what I got, I don't miss what I had.
Alright, look, I know we need to keep around at least one Jason in country, but if we have to have one, can we have Jason Isbell instead?
Don't be surprised, baby, it's just me.
If I were straight, I bet this would shoot up to like an 8 out of 10.
When the bones are good, the rest don't matter.
An incredibly important song for the success of women in country that I wish made me feel anything at all. I respect it far more than I like it.
Ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty.
Wait, why did I dislike this one before? It's both fun and funny, and they have great chemistry together. I am confusion.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter.
Just a quick correction, in my summer top 20 ranking, I said I thought Quavo existed, but it turns out I was wrong. Quavo does not exist. My bad, y'all.
Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car.
I mean, the baby said ACAB and Posty didn't, so I think we know who deserves to win the Battle of the Rock Stars.
Forgetting out the coupe at the lot. Tony fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box.
Is it E-er with a U or E-er with an E? Vote in the comments below. This song really is like a box in that I want to sit in it.
Ice, lemonade, my neck was tripping.
Personally, I prefer Pink Lemonade myself.
Pink lemonade sipping on the side.
Yeah, see, like that. Man, still mad about this one flopping.
I don't wanna live without you.
Did you know? Gwen Stefani is the oldest person on the Billboard 2020 year-end.
So what a man gotta do? What a man gotta do?
Possibly the most cynical, shallow, artless song released this year by the group behind the current worst hit of the decade, and I wish I hated it even a tiny bit. Baffling to think there was an entire culture war over a song this incredibly mid. This and the last two songs are all the exact same song for the record. I will not be taking questions.
Feeling good, like I should. My last made me feel like I would never try again.
So, just a few weeks ago, some rando edited Fong's Wikipedia page to make it look like he didn't just rip off Juice WRLD. He actually did it first, guys, I promise. Cute. Wouldn't be surprised if Trevor Daniel himself did that.
Why you always in the mood? Fuck around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do.
Watching Billboard Twitter have a meltdown every time Todd mentioned his disdain for this song was one of the best things about Billboard Twitter this year. Billboard Twitter might suck. This is the first song in this ranking that has something about it I find genuinely really good for what it's worth. Shame it takes 3/4 of the song for it to get there.
Your love is suicidal. For me, your love is suicidal.
No guys, this isn't the next Sad. Please stop trying to pretend it's that bad. Love the production on this, and even Melly's weird warbly voice works from time to time.
You know that a nigga like me can change your life, oh babe. Everything you do is amazing.
Yeah, I guess that's a good hook, but if Chris Brown told me he wanted to change my life, I'd run far, far away. Yeah. And I mean, the beat is just
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
So mama a party girl, she just wanna have fun too. They say you ain't wifey type.
wifey, 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 wifey. This is the We Can't Stop of 2020. No, I am not going to explain further.
'Cause I can't love you more than my hometown.
Morgan Wallen's hometown is named Sneedville. He can't love you more than Sneedville. Sneedville.
A paraplegic and it's scary, call it Harry Carry, cause every time I'm digging Harry Carry, I'm marry a motherfucking dictionary on, I'm swearing up.
The way the song spirals out of control towards the end is really compelling, but it takes a while for it to get, you know, interesting. And the fast part actually feels kind of anticlimactic after what came before.
Cause I'm heartless, and I'm back to my ways, cause I'm heartless.
Probably the biggest scorer of the year, mostly thanks to that excellent production. Glad we chose this Heartless over Diplo's disaster.
Why you gotta be so heartless? I know you think it's harmless.
For the record, I am completely sick of Morgan Wallen.
One bad bitch, if she do it, I say so too. Big 40s and a big ass Draco.
If this were one bad gloop, it'd be way higher, by the way.
One bad group and she do a yoinky. Two big slugs and a big ass groupie.
Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all night.
This is the most zen song of the year. Arizona Service sounds completely unbothered by how awful this girl is.
Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. But tell you one.
That glitchy bit in the chorus is one of the best production moments of the year. Hell, both the production and the chorus are excellent in general, actually. Shame the verses are just kinda there. The chorus definitely goes, I'd rather be drunk, but at least I'm alive. You can't convince me otherwise. It's about taking literal champagne showers.
But if the world was ending, you come over, right? You come over and you stay the night.
Alone on an apocalypse night? God, you're pathetic. Phineas, I'm begging you, please stop elevating mediocre singers with great production. This sucks and I hate that I like it.
I'm sick, this feeling that I'm feeling, no we don't quit.
This song is like black tea with a teaspoon of sugar. Very familiar, very cozy, just the right amount of sweet. But I prefer chai. Give me at least a little spice, a little more flavor. Apparently Kane Brown has released this as a single 4 times? Dude, let it go. If you see my best list, you know what? I can't even rationalize the score for this song, so I'm just assigning it All I Want for Christmas Is You score and placement instead, which is about what the song itself in a vacuum would have gotten anyways. God, they're really digging deep now to hack together more out-of-character posthumous singles from Juice, huh? Hey, wanna see what I put directly above a beloved Christmas classic? And
Can you not pet that little boy in the club, 'cause we do not listen to rest.
Amen, bro. This song peaks at exactly the 1 minute 46 second mark.
Bring Drake to the hood, surround Drake, round Drake.
And it's 4.5 minutes long. Why is it 4.5 minutes long?
I needed to hate you to love me, yeah. To love, yeah.
I mean, Bieber told her to go love herself, and she did. You'll need to give her some credit. Selena.exe spent 4 years generating that comeback. She worked hard, damn it. The chorus definitely goes, I just want to be loved. You can't convince me otherwise. It's a desperate plea for attention.
Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe.
Given the single cover, I choose to believe that Rod Wave is recounting the plot of Frozen 2, a movie I have not and probably will never see. Ever have a song that's just so obviously good in both content and sound, but like it just doesn't connect with you at all?
And if the house just keeps on winning, I got a wild card up my sleeve.
Yeah, I don't know. This is nice. Some really cutting lines here. I want to like it way more than I do.
I know I went there for you, at least I said I'm sorry. You know what it was, I told you that I was hardest.
The hook is good, the content is good, the beat is good, all comparable to the bigger picture, except his flow is just incredibly sloppy, and that does knock it down a peg.
How does he sleep at night? Mama, the nerve of this guy.
Considering how every single aspect of this runs directly perpendicular to Mama's Broken Heart, you'd think I'd hate it, but nah, it's really nice. Not much more than that, but nice.
I can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale. Touch my pain with my wishes in a wishing well.
If y'all somehow haven't watched Rodrigo's video on this song yet, please do. It's one of the best pieces of popular culture and music criticism I've seen all year.
Sometimes, when you thought you found the love of your life.
Y'all want some Khalid Rex? 100 is probably his best straight R&B song I've heard, though Alive in Heaven definitely connected with me more emotionally. Free Spirit is an underrated album in my opinion.
I'm always fucking up and wrecking shit, it seems like I perfected it.
Come is pretty good, but Go kinda loses me. Yes, I know how that sounds. Yes, I know you were thinking that. Go to horny jail. When he sings like that, the only thing I can hear is
Let's go.
can't wait for the Travis Scott Fall Guys concert next year.
But I'm in love and loving on you.
Okay, if we're only gonna have one Jason, let's have only one Luke too, because Combs is a much better Luke than Brian could ever hope to be.
I do my head talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Boy, this sure is good as hell.
Tastes like strawberries on on a summer evening.
Watermelon is an awful garbage fruit. Strawberries are way better, and I'm glad even a song named Watermelon Sugar acknowledges that. Powfu, I'll give you this much. You're a better rapper than Nash. I hope beabadoobee gets a career out of this at least. She wrote possibly the best hook of the year.
But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe.
As someone who is strictly aromantic, this song makes me want to date Roddy Ricch. I don't think I can offer any higher praise than that.
I am going to make a Stevie Nicks song.
Hello, I am Stevie Nicks and I am back.
Stevie Nicks, would you like to be on my Stevie Nicks song?
Okay.
Remember when I called Someone You Loved better than this song last January? That was pretty funny. Anyways. Man, if you've never heard this song, I'd pay good money to see your reaction to what's about to happen. The first time I heard this song, I gasped audibly and then burst into a laughing fit. It's so goddamn funny. I cannot imagine taking a single part of this seriously. I just imagine that Sam Hunt is singing this to himself alone in his room wasted on a couple of beers. Even the video agrees. That right there, that's Sam Hunt, a clown. You laugh at him, not with him. A complete and total loser, deluding himself into believing his own insane troll logic. That's basically what this is, a troll song. I refuse to believe it's just a coincidence that a song as easy to hate as your average 6ix9ine song just magically ended up at number 69 on both Billboard's year-end and mine too. It's practically art. So yeah, I can't get mad at this. It's pathetic, it's terrible honestly, and I love watching people dunk on it, but I don't hate it. So anyways, here's why I actually like it a lot. First and foremost, this is a great chorus. The melodies, the ear-catching rhythmic patterns, especially that chord change. It's the great sing-along chorus it needed to be so that you can easily imagine a drunken Sam Hunt belting it out over these beachfront hotel lobby guitars and the wimpy trap beat, which, like...
Told me to leave all your things out on the porch on the swing. Come and grab them by the end of the week.
Yeah, this disaster somehow has one of the better grooves of the year, against all odds. And the way the amazingly tortured sample just slithers uncannily through the beat, and yes, it is a beat. This is not a country song. Country songs do not have beats. The sample shouldn't work at all. Hell, it probably doesn't, but it does? I'm just astounded that anything about this train wreck works at all, really. Sam Hunt is probably the most worthless quote-unquote artist on the entire year-end, and this song deserves to be one of the most hated songs of the year, but I'd be lying to myself and to y'all if I didn't admit I enjoy it quite a lot.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath.
Turns out that mustard Faygo is a lot more delicious than blueberry Faygo. Who would have thought?
So, before you go.
He absolutely sounds worse here than he did on Someone You Love. You cannot tell me otherwise, but in all other aspects, this is a big improvement.
But we gotta start somewhere, might as well go ahead start here. We done had a hell of a year.
If you somehow still don't get it yet, go listen to Algiers Cleveland 2020. Yes, in full, I know how long it is, shut up. Then come back to this and you'll understand.
Every video I see on my cut.
Best line in the song, and one of the best lines of the year, by the way. Never seen anyone else bring this one up, but oof.
Toast to the ones in today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way.
The best Christmas song of the year in Hot 100. I said what I meant.
So I hope you're happy now.
I am, thanks.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh, 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 oh.
I'd love it if we got a sequel called Dance Panda, made specifically just for me. Every time I hear the intro to this song, it takes me a moment to figure out if I'm listening to this song or if it's Sunflower instead. It's fun to be surprised. Both really good songs anyways.
You should be sad. You
I am, thanks. Yes, I know you're looking at that score and giving me a 30 look. Again, this isn't for the meme. I could have placed it one spot lower here too, but I didn't, okay?
That might not mean much to you, but it does to me. Yeah, it does to me.
Sincerely, unironically, I want to thank y'all for getting my best list to 1,000 views. It may not be much to you, but it does to Dua Lipa said, I should have stayed at home, and the entire world followed in her footsteps. This is why she's the queen, and Ava Max isn't. Didn't make the year end, flopped, hashtag Taylor Swift is over party. I seem to have developed a bad habit of putting Taylor at number 4 on my list this year, evidently. Wait. I'm looking at this list, and I only have the 2 really obvious ones left. Did I miscount, or... Oh, alright. So, I really dropped the ball on this one.
I love you more than a California sunset, more than a beer when you ain't 21.
Okay, you know what? Full segment time. I don't care, this song deserves it. So, when I covered this in Billboard Monthly, I said that I couldn't really relate to it in any way, and that's still mostly true. But I mean, I don't really relate to Cardigan either, and yet I still connect with it emotionally. There is something here I do relate to though, and it's, well, the same thing I covered throughout the top 3 of my best list. The underlying sense of acceptance to this song. Like, let's just skip straight to it, the kill shot line.
When a guy gets a girl at the end of the book, but that ain't you and me, so I guess I'll see you around.
I think I initially misread this as a love song, both to his girl and to his hometown, and, well, it definitely is to the latter, but it's also very specifically a breakup song, and only the slightest bit sour about it. Sad for sure, but accepting that they're just different people, and that's just how it is. Sometimes it do be like that.
We can't stop this real world from spinning.
And I love how many details he gives about both his hometown and the girl he's losing. He flips the country checklist trope into something genuinely passionate. You really can tell how goddamn much he loves both this girl and his hometown. And there's enough detail to both understand what kind of girl she is, as well as enough hints to figure out where exactly she's moving to. So when that final chorus hits, you absolutely feel his pain in letting her go.
Hate that loaded down car you got your keys in, girl, but I hate even more that you're leaving.
And it's all so maturely handled. This absolutely could be a song about trying to keep her from leaving, making it about himself and his needs, but no. He's not trying to stop her at all because he loves her that much. He cares about her happiness even more than his own. It's a goddamn beautiful sentiment, honestly. On the level of, or hell, maybe even surpassing Marry Me.
I ain't the runaway kind, I can't change that.
Do I have issues with this song? Yes, absolutely. It easily sounds worse than pretty much every song on my best list. Though there's some nice guitar work, and I do quite like the touches of organ too. On top of that, Wallen's voice continues to be not great, and well, yes. There's the whole obvious thing about how, you know, long distance relationships exist. There's nothing stopping them from keeping in touch, but that's just details. It doesn't impact the sentiment of the song, and it definitely ain't country either.
You got wild in your eyes that I just wasn't born with.
I do worry that I'm letting recency bias affect my opinion on this one, and between that and the problems I do have with it, I'm hesitant to score it any higher for now, but yeah, considering I'm still kicking myself for putting See You Again way too low on my 2015 best list, I'm gonna choose to go with what my heart says this time around. Guess I'll see you around, Morgan. Oh right, I'm still doing a ranking. Let's finish that off real quick.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
And you say, as long as I'm here.
Guess it really was everything I wanted. And that's that for my ranking. Woo, 2020 is over and gone for good now, finally. If it matters to you, here's a graph showing how many songs got each score, and the grand total that 2020 got out of 1,000 is 497. Yeah, almost perfectly average, that sounds about right. Not a ton of songs pushing outside the middle ranges to any significant extent, and the Billboard year-end would have gotten a 498, so again, not much difference either way. Anyways, I don't really have anything else to add here, so here's to a new and hopefully better year. I'm Cyro, and I'll see you in my next video, whenever that may be. Peace out.